VS Code overview, Typescript, variable, data type assertion, operators, which operator is present, control statement, loop statement, where, let, difference, and then the function, the 4-type function. Now we further proceed that advanced functionality, that is a anonymous function. What is meant by anonymous function, factor function? Then there is a lot more function is there. Instead of that, we first see that anonymous function. What exactly anonymous function? So anonymous function means the function does not have any name. Function does not have any name. Without name, you can function is executed and we can call that function as well. So in vanilla JavaScript, anonymous function is used. But in Angular, we use, it's an advanced version. Anonymous function is not be rarely used in your Angular frontend, but it's an advanced version we use in Angular framework. First, let me introduce first anonymous function. What is anonymous function? How we can use that? How we can define and call that function. So function does not have any name. Right now, we are creating any function. That function we give the function name. Whatever the function name, add 1, add 2, add 3, add 4. We can give the function name as in that fashion. But anonymous function, we cannot give any name. So if you create an anonymous function, create a function is a keyword followed by function name. Normal we use a followed by the function name, but anonymous function does not use a function name. You can write directly parenthesis bracket, and then you can curly bracket. And in that you can use your console.log, whatever your the logic is, what you can use it. The console.log and just display the anonymous function is called anonymous function is called. Now in this anonymous function, I implement the first type of a function. Function does not pass any parameter and function does not return anything. So we can implement only first type of anonymous function of a function type. This is the function definition. Now I want to call that function. If you have to call that function explicitly, if you want to call that function explicitly, then you have to give a function alias name. So here we can use a function alias name, let temp1 equal to, where the temp1 is a function alias name. And with that help of alias name, you can call that function explicitly. Okay. For the demo purpose, here I want to call that anonymous function. For that purpose, I'm giving the anonymous function name as a temp1. And for that anonymous function, I use the alias name. It is a let temp1. In Angular framework, we don't require to give any alias name. When we use any anonymous function, then don't require to give as a alias name. So why we give here alias name right now? Because explicitly we have to call that function. For the demo purpose, we give the alias name. Okay. So check it whether that anonymous function is called or not. Okay. So just compile and run esc. I created a new file demo4.ts and node demo4.js. Compile and run. So anonymous function is called. Okay. And that function is first type. Means function does not have any parameter, does not have any return type. If you want to pass a parameter and you have to return, you can make it that anonymous function as well. How we can create that function? Check it. Let every time I'm giving a alias name because I want to explicitly call that function. For that purpose, I have to give that let temp2. Then function is a keyword. After that, open close bracket. I want to pass the function as a parameter. So I pass a colon number, comma b colon number. Okay, spelling, sorry, number. If you want to return any value from this anonymous function, you can mention the return type as well. So we can return type mention here number, then curly bracket, and use a return key. And for example, I return it a plus b. Okay, so it returning simply a plus b number. Okay, so call that function. We can write that function body, and with the help of alias name, that is a temp2, we can call that function as well. We require two arguments a and b. We can pass the two arguments, for example 8, 4. So in that case, 8 value is assigned to which parameter? Tell me. 8, that value 8 a, and 4 value is assigned which parameter? B. I know that you are all know about that 8 is assigned to A and 4 is assigned to B. What is the new in that? But when we learn the further advanced functions, in that case, the basic rule of function does not violate. Whatever the basic rule of function, when we create, that will not be changed, or that will not be violate your functionality. Okay, so that's why I'm explaining these things. Not my any intention, you know all these things, but still. Again, the temp 8, 4 is returning a value. So I can create a variable to collect that value, let res is equal, and we can display that value, because in arrays we can get the result. And so we can here a result is just arrays value we can display here. Check out that. Compile and run. So result is 12. So anonymous function with a parameter with a return type. Clear, everybody?
Yes, Sumit.
So
Yes.
now your task. Note down this task. Okay. You have to create anonymous function. Okay, of function type 2. Okay. Second function type. Which one is second function type? Can I mention here? Create anonymous function of function without parameter and with return type. Okay, this is the first task. Okay, just wait. Sorry, just I want to adjust this thing. And second task is again create anonymous function of a function with a parameter without a return type. Okay, so everybody will be complete this task today itself. Note down this task. Yes, note down this task, everybody. First, create anonymous function of function without parameter and with return type. Okay. So now can I move further? I just want to copy these things. Wait. Okay, fine. Now, so now we further proceed the fat arrow function. Fat arrow function is basically advanced version of anonymous function. Means in vanilla JavaScript, mostly we use an anonymous function, but in advanced JavaScript or knockout JavaScript, it is used a fat arrow function. Fat arrow function, it is an advanced version of anonymous function. Some people call it as a fat arrow. Some people call it as a arrow function. Okay, so both are same. There is no any different, because in a European countries it is called as a fat arrow function, whereas in Asian countries and Americans countries all are called arrow function. What is the difference between fat arrow? Means what is the name difference? Because when we use a fat arrow symbol, to create any fat arrow function, we use a fat arrow symbol. That symbol is a Latin symbol, so it is called a fat arrow. Okay, so when we create any fat arrow function, you don't require any function keyword. Don't write any function as a keyword. Just type open close bracket. After that, use a fat arrow symbol equal to greater than. It is a Latin symbol that the European countries use that Latin symbol as a fat arrow, and it indicates a direction equal to greater than. So it is called arrow. It direction, arrow direction. So it is called arrow function. So both are meaning same. After that curly bracket, you can write here console.log, and we have mentioned here simple fat arrow function is called. Okay. Again, that fat arrow function explicitly I want to call that function. I have to create a function alias name. So I created a function alias name, let temp3 equal to. And with the help of that alias name, I call that fat arrow function. That is a temp3. Open close bracket, and we will check out that temp3 output. Compile and run. So fat arrow function is called, and that I implemented that fat arrow function is fat arrow function without a return type and without parameter, without return type. Okay, if you want to use with a parameter, with a return type, you can so use, for example, let. Again, I created an alias name temp4, open close bracket. I have to pass a parameter. So mention here a colon number, comma b colon number. Okay. If you want to mention the return type of that function, you can mention it here, colon, and number value is written. So mention the number as a return type. Then use a fat arrow curly bracket, and you can use here a return to return the value, and for example return a plus b, a simple operation. Okay, so it will return your a plus b operation. So temp4, with the help of that alias name, we can call that fat arrow function. So that function we call in directly console.log. No need to create any extra variable. We use a backtick operator. So here addition is, and simply, we are using backtick operator. Inside the backtick operator, we use a dollar curly bracket and call that function alias name, that is a temp4. The temp4 takes two parameters, 7, 7. As in 7, 7, output will be 40. Check that output is correct or not. Compile and run. So addition is 40. Okay, clear this.